to tell me.
Thank you.
It works.
All right, we are live.
Thank you.
Rat Puff Show from Amp Radio, and so cool, man, to be out here with 21 Pilots hanging out. And what we're going to do today is we're going to ask questions with our weird, odd minds, and then we'll ask the emotional questions that the listeners want to know live on Facebook Live. So I'm going to hand it to this beautiful man right here, who has the weird mind between the two of us. Okay.
It's a different mind. It's a good thing. Okay, so right now, I just want to start it off like this. Picture this. Take yourself out of every wacky radio interview where they ask you, what's the emotional songs that get you going? If I turned into a sumo wrestler right now, and I nodded at all three as the international nod of like, it's going down, do you three team up and say it's on?
I don't even think we need him.
Yeah.
Well, we've been friends
Solid.
since 6th grade, so I do know him best.
You know his
I know his weaknesses.
Yeah.
Sixth grade lunch table is
Yeah,
when we met.
okay,
So.
well, yeah, we'll take it.
All right, we'll figure it out. All right, well, we're going to go complete opposite to an emotional question. This is from Kelly. She's in the Facebook Live right now. She said, your songs have so many beautiful messages and meanings. If you hadn't been born with the ability to write lyrics, how would you have gotten your message out to the world? Emotional.
Sumo wrestling, probably, right?
Yeah, I mean, probably with our wrestling, you know,
It's
sumo wrestling.
I feel like as a wrestler, you have your kind of moment to like really set yourself apart when you've got.
Show him The Rock.
Oh, The Rock, yeah.
The good old days.
This is
Rock and Sock.
This guy is the reason I play music today. He's my inspiration.
Nation of Domination.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
You
going
heard it
on.
here first.
You're,
Okay.
but what sets you apart as a wrestler is your walk-in music, and
Yeah.
I think that we could fiddle around on some songs and make those our walk-in music, and I think it would change the world.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we do music, is to potentially be used as walking music to wrestle
Yeah.
at some point.
Was that an emotion?
That's the goal
I
in life.
thoroughly appreciate that answer.
Yeah.
Cool.
I might go back and watch this a few times and just cry to that. I had to write this down because driving in, I was like, okay, am I going to remember this? I pretty much do, but if you were to be nursed by an animal, would it be a kangaroo where you'd be primarily in its pouch, or a baby sloth hanging onto your mother sloth in the canopies of the jungle? Your answer.
I feel like I'm more inclined to go with the sloth, because I feel like you're really up high, which is pretty cool. But then the opposite of what a kangaroo does, which is just kind of like this very sporadic jumping, which would be hard to sleep while that happens. Sloth is pretty much always just kind of like steady as it goes, which is what I'm all about. I think you would go with kangaroo though, wouldn't you?
I'd for sure go sloth as well. I'm with you on that.
Really?
one,
You don't want to
actually.
be
There's times where we
pouched?
You're in on the sloth movement.
There's times where Tyler and I healthily disagree. This is a healthy agree, where I think it'd be in the canopies of the jungle. That sounds amazing.
The scenery?
Beautiful.
Oh man.
Think about.
Just, yeah.
Listener question.
Listener question. This is from Alexis, who's in the chat right now. Who was the difference maker to get you to where you're at right now?
Like a person?
Like a person.
Oh,
or
that's
anybody.
a good one. That's a good question.
Or
actually.
anything.
Yeah.
Dwayne?
Do you smell it?
Was it Dwayne?
I smell it.
Do you smell what he's
Yeah.
cooking?
Yeah, he's cooking something.
Dwayne did it for you,
And
huh?
it's
Is that my
inspiration.
speed stick?
Yeah, that could be it.
No, that's a tough one to answer. Our parents, both sides, are really influential on us, so we wouldn't be who we are today without them. And I think it's safe to say that everyone can say that to some degree, but we look at that as a positive thing for us, so we could credit them with some of that.
Can we just all look into the cameras and say, I love you on the count of 3 to our parents?
Oh yeah. Which
One.
can't? This right here.
This one.
I love you.
1, 2, 3.
I love
I
you.
love
guys,
you.
Dad.
I love you, everybody's parents.
Love you, Mr. Joseph and Mr. Gunn. Both of our dads.
Our dads are hot. We have hot dads.
Oh, dilfs.
You have
Yeah.
dilfs.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah, my dad, I love you, bud. I don't know if you're a dilf. All right, my question. Heard you don't like bananas, right? Not a big fan of bananas. Is that what I hear? Is
Not
that
banana
correct?
guys?
we don't
Man.
like spreading that around.
It's okay.
But
I
it's
want to know
tradition.
this.
We're not against bananas.
Okay.
We're just not
let's say you're performing on stage. Everybody in the crowd, for some reason, got a memo to bring a banana. Open the banana up.
Don't know who sent the memo.
Don't know who sent it. Started eating the banana. Would that inspire you maybe to take a different approach on maybe one day enjoying a banana? Who'd like to take this one first?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you do anything to music, it can make it more emotional. So I've never eaten a banana while listening to emotional music. Maybe you would cry a little bit as you mush it around in your mouth. But it's really the noise of it being eaten that kind of.
If you haven't eaten a banana and listened to Hero by Enrique Iglesias, I'm telling you both, you ain't living life.
That is
the perfect
Seriously.
song. If I'm ever forced to
Do
eat a
that.
banana, I'll request
You're throwing
that
on
song.
Enrique Hero.
Yeah.
One more question. This is from Taylor. She waited outside the radio station just for tickets for like days. She kept popping up. The biggest reason you truly love waking up every day and doing this, what is it?
Man.
Emotional. These listeners.
Yeah, that was a big one. It's hard to put just one reason, but hearing a room full of people saying lyrics that you wrote is probably one of the cooler things I've ever experienced, and we get to experience that almost every night we're on tour. So that's definitely something that's encouraged us and been kind of fuel for us. So
Cool. 21 Pilots. Thank you, fellas.
Thank you.
Bye.
thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome, guys. Thanks so
Cool.
much, man.
Damn, I actually,
Well,
I thoroughly enjoyed that, by the way.
This is the double.
The
Yeah.
double.
Yeah.